Hey, what up squad, it's your boy K-Flow, and in this video we're going to be replacing the blower motor resistor. Now let's get this thing started. Now summer's around the corner, guys, and the forecast for the next few weeks is hot as balls. And if your AC fan is not working properly, then you're surely going to regret it. So in this video, we're gonna get the taco to blow real nicely. Now let's talk about the symptoms real quick, guys. And it really starts when you're trying to turn on the fan switch, and when you turn it to the first position, nothing happens. And you keep going to the second, third, and still nothing happens. And then finally, when you put it on the fourth, which is the max position, that's when everything finally kicks on. So why does this happen exactly? Well, there's a resistor. It's called the blower motor resistor, which actually controls the fan speed on the AC system of your truck. This blower motor resistor actually burns up and stops working properly. So you only have the high, which is the max speed, only working. So what's the fix exactly? Can we just replace the resistor? Well, technically you can, but the future resistor can fail again too, because the harness itself is a bit undersized. And you'll see that as we go through this video. So I would recommend definitely replacing the resistor and replacing that wiring harness. So I will be linking the kit, which includes the resistor and replacement harness, in the description below. And if you're really insisting on just replacing the resistor, I'll link that below as well. Now let's get to the garage. So we'll start here at the passenger side of the truck, guys, and we'll push this seat back so we have plenty of room to work under here. So here we are at the passenger side footwell, guys, and this is what it'll look like when you take a peek underneath. So this is where the blower motor resistor sits, and this is the blower motor itself. So let's remove the harness real quick so we can get a inspection of what this looks like. Here's the harness. So as you can see, this harness has a little bit of a burn to it. It looks like that part got way too hot. So with the harness out of the way, let's get this resistor out. And here we're going to use a 5.5 millimeter socket or a 7/32 socket if you only have it in inches. And there's a screw in the front and a screw in the back. So while we're under here, guys, we'll just take a knife and just cut this electrical tape so that we can pull this wire bundle out. Let's cut this carefully so that we don't cut into the wire. That's it, guys. I might as well open up this bundle too. So here is what the old resistor looks like, guys. And these were two screw holes where those screws were mounted, so this could stay secure right next to that blower motor. And here's what the new one looks like, guys. It looks like a completely new design altogether. There is a gasket, so make sure it stays on there when you install it. And let's compare it with the old one. So there's the new one. There's the old one. You can probably see here that the harness receiver end are different sizes. So the new one will come with a kit in order to replace the old harness. So here is what the complete kit looks like, guys. You get this new wire harness along with 4 of these crimp connectors. So let's start with reinstalling the new resistor. So it literally is just the inverse. We insert the new resistor in there and make sure that we have this tab here by my thumb facing towards us, and don't lose sight of that gasket.
Here I'm using just a socket to spin the head of that screw. Really doesn't take too much force. Now I'll just use my socket to flush it up. And here's another shot, guys, so you can take a better look. Here's our wiring harness, guys. Now let's start cutting it. It'll be best to stagger the cuts, so I'm going to be using the width of my finger as a marker, as you also want to give some room for the heat shrink when we do the installation of the new harness. And you'll see what I mean once we finish this. So I'll cut this last one all the way to the bottom. Stagger the next one just above my finger like this. Stagger the next one, finger above that. I'll do the same thing with the last one. That way we don't also lose our place. And we make sure when we do the cut that this harness clip is towards us. So here's the old connector, guys. As you can see, looks like that terminal got way too hot and charred the plastic. So here's our new wiring harness replacement. We'll do the same thing, clip towards us. I'm probably putting about 4 fingers width from the bottom of the harness to the wire I'm cutting. Start with the right side, cut that, fingers width, cut that next one, fingers width, and last one. And now let's use a wire stripper to strip these wires. You only need about 1/4 of an inch of the wire to be stripped. Just be careful with doing this, so you don't want to cut too far into the copper. We'll do the same thing under the footwell. There we go. Now with the crimping, I would highly suggest you get one of these crimping tools. This basically swudges these terminals so it's as clean as professionally done. And what we'll do here is we'll take our crimps, we'll just go halfway, as you can see by that mark right there. Let's go halfway. This thing is a clamp, so it holds it in place. Start with the longest one. Let's twist our wires so it goes right into the slot properly. Put it inside the slot and then just squeeze, guys. Boom, easy. And if you give it a quick tug, it's solidly in there. It's definitely not gonna break off. Highly suggest you get one of these tools. And we'll just do that 3 more times. See how quick and easy that was, guys? And you won't even need to solder. And look how clean that is. Now we can do the harness end. Boom, look at that. Now we can take our heat gun and then just shrink the outside of those crimps. So that's how you get professional results, guys. And by staggering it, as you can see, when the bundles are pulled together like this, it keeps the wire stack from being too fat. And for those of you who are curious, the new harness actually still fits into the old resistor. So it looks like they just made the harness itself a little bit more reinforced, a little bit fatter, but the connections are still the same. So if you wanted to just do a resistor replacement, I'll link that below as well. Now let's reconnect the harness. Make sure it locks in place, just like that. We can semi-tuck this behind this carpet. Get it out the way, make it nice and neat. And the spot where we cut the electrical tape, you can line up the bundle and then just zip tie. Just like that, guys. Good to go. And while we're under here, might as well replace this cabin air filter. I'll show you that real quick. We'll start with opening up the glove box. Now when you open up the glove box, there is a damper that attaches here, but I don't actually have one installed. So you just pull that out the way.
And over on the right hand side, there'll be a connection for the glove box damper. Go ahead and squeeze that clip and you can just unhook the damper from the side of the glove box.
And we go on the back right, we just push the glove box inwards to flex it and get that plastic clip off of the back piece here. And same thing on the driver's side. And there is where we see our air cabin filter. So let's open this up. There's 2 tabs. Just like that. And let's just pull this out. Oh yeah, there's a lot of dirt on that bad boy. Now we could install the new one. And just make sure we have the airflow properly oriented and the airflow flows down. Now we just shut that cover, and we can also just shut the glove box. Now let's just test it out real quick. Here's the microphone next to the fan so you guys can hear it. Oh yeah, now it works amazing.
So that's it for this video, guys. As you can see, this repair was very quick and very easy, just like your mom. So stop dragging your feet and get your butt over there and fix this resistor. And while you're at it, make sure you smash that like, subscribe, and hit that bell too. And until next time, peace out, y'all.